talking to us today on the listing day. Thank you so much. But then let's move on and let's begin our viewer query specific session where we answer your stock specific queries. Just in case you want to send across your questions, you can WhatsApp us. The number is flashing on the screen, and you can send across the name of the stock, the buying price, and the time till which you want to hold on to it. And we have our experts live who will answer your question. You can also have us on the phone call and talk to our experts directly. But then moving on, let's invite our guest today. We have Kunal Bothra in the studio and Shamila Joshi joining us. Hi, morning, and welcome both of you. The questions are started trickling in, and let's take a WhatsApp question, and that's coming in from Mr. Venkat Ramani. Shamila, I'll come to you. The view is for 12 months, ITC Hotels holding 700 quantity at 211, and he wants to know if he can add more. I mean, if holding is your recommendation, can you also add more?
Yes, to both the questions, because one is that I like ITC Hotels, the kind of properties that they have. Also, I think that at this point in time, where tourism is and how it's expected to grow, this is a good sort of business to be invested in. So, yes to that. And I think the valuations look reasonable. So, if you're patient, you can definitely add more as well.
Okay, so that's the fundamental view coming in on ITC Hotels. The stock, of course, over the last 6 months has barely done anything. But we all have a live caller joining us on the show. Mr. Vimal Mehra is joining us from Mumbai. Mr. Mehra, morning. Tell us, which stock would you like to have our experts give their opinion on?
I have a Bank of Baroda at 270 price. My view is long term, and I have a total quantity of 2,700. In addition, I have one more question on Bajaj Finance. I am looking to accumulate Bajaj Finance for long term. So I just wanted to know, is this the right time to accumulate Bajaj Finance? Thank you.
All right, sir. Sharmila, two questions for you. Bank of Baroda and Bajaj Finance. What will your view be?
So I'm positive on both. Probably a little more positive on Bank of Baroda at this point in time than on Bajaj Finance. I mean, in the sense that definitely, I think if you have Bajaj Finance, you need to continue to hold it. But overall, I think the outlook just now for PSU banking space is significantly. They've been like the sort of within the financial space, the PSU banking space has been the sort of top performing sector over the last 3 or 4 months, and I think that's likely to continue, given that we have seen a bit of a rate cut cycle as well as valuations look attractive. So, to my mind, in that sense, Bank of Baroda is probably more attractive than Bajaj Finance. But Bajaj Finance, actually, both the Bajaj Finance twins, according to me, you can't really go wrong if you're a long-term investor. It's a sort of a hold on both.
All right, so that's a take coming in. And Kunal, this question is specifically for you. This is Mr. U.V. Venkat Rao. And he says that he's a senior citizen from Hyderabad and he wants to invest 2 lakhs in semiconductor stocks. Very specific demand. And he wants you to suggest the counters and the entry price. Until what time would you recommend him to be there in it?
See, I think there are a few names which I do remember. I think Dixon is one of them, which is related to semiconductors. There are a few of the other larger cap names. I think Tata, Elxsi, etc., which look fairly attractive. So I think concentrating on these stocks at current levels, Dixon specifically, I think the stock has gone through a decent correction. Longer term wise, we've seen how the stock has performed very well for itself. So looks attractive. Same is the case with the other names like Tata, Elxsi, etc.
Okay, so that's the view coming in on Tata, Elxsi and several other counters that are related to the semiconductor industry. But on that note, we need to step into a very short break. But keep sending all your queries and we'll try and answer as many as we can after this short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and you're still tuned into Buy Now, Sell Now on ET Now. Many other viewers have also started sending their queries, and Mr. K. Ahuja has sent in a few queries, and this question is for you, Sharmila, because he needs a long-term view, 3-year view on 2 stocks. One is Gokul Das Express, Sona, BLW. Do you have any view on either of these counters?
Yeah, so let me talk about Sona BLW because that's a stock that I kind of like. Overall, I think that since we are seeing an increased sort of an uptick in autos due to the various GST changes, etc., and the numbers have been so attractive, I think it sort of stands to reason that auto ancillary should be in focus next, and within that space, which also has a sort of a nice export looking business, is Sona BLW, because they are into supplies to OEM, they are OEMs, etc. So valuations look good, the stock looks good. So Sona BLW definitely. I think with Gokuldas exports, my only concern is that because of this textile sector and again exports, and when you have exports to the US and with the ongoing tariff situation, perhaps the near term could be a little disturbed. But if you're a long term, since you are talking of 3 years, I think that also sort of is a good stock to be invested in.
Absolutely. Kunal, there's one more question coming in specifically for you. This is from Vivek. And Vivek wants your view on Action Construction Equipment, 750. He wants to hold it for 3 to 6 months. And is it the good buy price according to you? And what should be the expected target within this time frame?
Yeah, it's been a fantastic chart for Action Construction. When you look at this over the last 5, 7 years, the stock had gone into a 10x plus kind of a return from being a stock which was say closer to 100 odd in 2021 to being 1600 plus. I think at the peak of the rally for Action Construction in the last couple of years. So I think in that kind of a context, it's been a fantastic uptrend for the stock. But I think now it's going through a process of consolidation correction from 1600 levels. The stock come back to sub 1000 mark. If you look at this over the last 6 months or so, the stock has taken support thrice at 900 920 range for itself. So which means we could be looking at a point where the stock may consolidate at the 900 mark. If you've bought at lower levels, I would suggest you can continue to hold on. The only concern over here could be the time-wise consolidation, which could also happen into the stock price. Because after this kind of a 10x 15x kind of a jump into the stock price, the stock generally goes into at least a couple of years of consolidation. So it's already gone through that kind of a price wise and time wise correction, but maybe some more could be due for the stock. But unless you are okay to hold on to the stock from a longer term play, I would suggest that maybe you can look to even average further at lower levels in case if the stock drops down to sub 900 mark.
Understood. So that's the view coming in on Action Construction Equipment. But we also have Nikhil Sharma, who has written to us from Mumbai, and his question is on Tata Motors commercial vehicle and PV. He's looking for both a fundamental and a technical view. Kunal, will you be able to give a view given the recent stock adjustment and the demerger listing that happened?
Yeah, so not on Tata Motors commercial vehicles, but on the Tata Motors passenger vehicles, I think at 360 odd levels, there seems to be a point where many of the indicators are coming back into an oversold territory, for the stock on the daily, weekly charts. So that could probably indicate that maybe the pace of selling which was there for the stock could probably be, getting arrested. Now we've seen that the auto stocks have done phenomenally well, and specifically the two-wheelers and four-wheelers both, the likes of Hero MotoCorp, Eicher Motors from the two-wheeler pack, Maruti, M&M from the four-wheelers. I think these stocks have done exceptionally well for themselves. So I think in that context, Tata Motors has been an outlier. But then I think there comes a point where the stock starts to look very attractive. The risk reward shapes up. All the negative, seems to get priced in. I think Tata Motors PV is reaching that kind of a point at 350, 360 mark. So if you ask me, I think as a risk reward play, I would believe Tata Motors PV could be a good bet from a long-term play at current levels.
Tata Motors PV, a good play at the current levels for long term. Next question is from Neelam Jaipur, and I think I will take both of your takes, Sharmila and Kunal, on this. Sharmila, first coming to you. So she says that she was allotted shares in Teneco Clean Air IPO. She's sold partially, still holding almost 2-3 of the quantity. She wants to understand the strategy going ahead. Sharmila, first coming to you.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the name of the IPO.
So Teneco Clean Air.
Okay. My sort of strategy with IPOs is very simple. That if you get it, if you look at it, if you analyze the whole range of listings that we've had, then the kind of people there are always people who just buy it for listing gains and they sort of exit in that first week or 10 days or so. And sometimes that in hindsight, that has often proved to be the best strategy, barring a couple of IPOs here and there, because they do seem to hit some or the other headwind going ahead. So I think that even if you're happy with the issue and if you have been allotted, definitely you can hold on. But to add further, I would just say give it 3 or 4 months and then look to add. So this is an issue that I would continue to hold. But as I'm saying, don't add anything fresh.
All right, so continue to hold, but then yeah, to take a decision on adding on, just hold on to it. Kunal, absence of charts, what's going to be your recommendation here?
Yeah, I mean, literally just 2 days of chart history, 1.5 days of chart history so far for the stock. So difficult to call in the medium to long term trend. But yeah, I think short term wise, it looks like that maybe 485 to 515 is the trading range for the stock, especially after yesterday's high low and today's price trend where the stock has dipped down to sub 500 mark yet again. So maybe 485 could be a good short term support, at least looking at the last 1.5 days of chart.
All right, so Neelam, that's the answer for your query. But then on that note, it's time for a short break. We have Shamila and Kunal tuned in with us. Your queries should keep trickling in. Send across your questions on our WhatsApp number that's flashing on the screen.